What's up, YouTube? It's Verdix bringing you guys another commentary, and today we're going to be talking about the patch that was released yesterday for the Xbox 360 on, of course, Black Ops 2. Let's get into it because we got a lot to talk about and not much time. So, score streaks. They increased the cost of the UAV from 350 to 425 points, which means you probably won't have to use Ghost as often as you did before. Lightning Strike added 750 millisecond delay, so when you pull out your iPad to call that shit in, you're gonna have to lead those red dots a little bit more than you would have previously. Equipments and grenades. Bouncing Betty, when you trigger it, when you walk over it and trigger it at first, it has increased the time from when it reaches its peak and blows up, so you'll have a little bit more time to actually get down. You're gonna have 200 more milliseconds to go prone, which is, you're probably not gonna die by bouncing betties as much because you can actually notice them, react to them, and get down. So I like that. The sensor grenade now has more range, which means that when you throw it, it can detect more people in a larger radius. It's frequency, which means that, you know, when you throw a sensor grenade, it shoots out those little beams every few, however much time, like milliseconds or seconds, I don't know. But it shoots out the little beams, and that's what detects the players, so those shoot out more frequently now. And the amount of time that the players show up after the explosion, and just the amount of time that they show up once they've been blackbirded or orbital VSAT'd, I guess I should say. The concussion grenade, now when you get stunned by them, you can still move a little bit and turn more instead of just being absolutely glued to the ground. And let's move on to the stuff you guys really want to hear, which is the guns. Alright, so the SMGs. For all the SMGs, all of them now have increased hipfire recoil, increased max hipfire spread, which means that when you're hipfiring, the crosshairs are going to spread out more, which allows the bullets to go in more directions and not hit your target. And then also for all of them, reduced bullet penetration. And then for the MSMC and PDW have increased recoil. It's not too bad, it's not that noticeable. I've played with it and it's you can still play, guys. The guns are still really good, and they're probably still two of the best SMGs there are, if not the two best. Let's move on to the assault rifles. Alright, for the assault rifles, all of the assault rifles, there's reduced idle sway, which means that when you're aiming down sight, it doesn't sway as much, and you can hit those long-range shots better because your red dot isn't, moving while you're trying to aim. Alright, for the XM8, there's reduced lethal range of 3-hit kills by 200 inches, from 250 to 250 inches to be exact. So it's just a range decrease of those one-shot or those one-burst kills. It's not going to be too bad, guys. Putting the burst on the M8 shoot really fast, so you'll be absolutely fine. Alright, the XM8 with select fire, along with the FAL and SWAT, now have increased recoil. So that just means that when you have select fire on and you switch to automatic mode, it's going to recoil a little bit, so be ready for that. And now let's move on to the sniper rifles. For all the sniper rifles, there is now increased hipfire spread, and then for all the sniper rifles, plus putting the laser sight on all of them, increased hipfire spread again. Now it's just going to make it harder to no-scope, kids. And then with the XPR 50, if any of you used that weapon, there's increased recoil slightly. Now, let's move on to my favorite part of this patch, is the fucking Remington 870 has been patched. Not terribly, but it reduced the one-hit kill range by 45 inches, and I really hope that's noticeable. I really hope that I stop getting one hit by that fucking gun from across the map, because that gun is annoying. That gun is so amazing. It's ridiculous. Alright, now the pistols. There is the B23R. The pistol that is a primary now has a reduced headshot multiplier from 1.5 to 1, which just means you're not going to get as much damage off those headshots as you would have before. And the Cat 40 has the same patch applied to it. Alright, so there's more features and improvements that they put into the game. Other than these patches, there's more issues that they addressed. I'm not going to get into all of those because I just don't have time and I don't feel like reading all of this to you guys. So what I'm going to do is just leave it in the description for you guys to go to the website and read up on it yourself. I'm going to read you guys off a few that I'm just going to pick randomly. Alright, so players using Ghost in a Suppressor attachment will no longer appear on the enemy's minimap while shooting and moving. I didn't even know that happened. Ever. So, I mean, I'll pick out one more and then just leave it at that and let you guys go check it out for yourself. Multi-team games no longer count as a tie if an entire team quits. Well, cool. That's all I got to say for today, guys. I just wanted to bring you guys an update on the update. And anyway, thanks for watching and subscribe for more of these videos. And peace.
Task accomplished. No survivors.